This video provides an overview of the proper use of NEOGEN's Alert for Peanut Allergen Test Kit. Please refer to the written materials supplied with your kit. This video covers the supplies needed to run a test, extracting a sample, Alert for Peanut test procedure, and the interpretation of Alert for Peanut test results. The materials provided with NEOGEN's Alert for Peanut test kit include 1 foil pouch containing 24 antibody-coated microwells, 1 yellow-labeled dropper bottle of 5 ppm peanut control, 1 blue-labeled dropper bottle of enzyme-labeled antibody conjugate, 1 green-labeled dropper bottle of K-blue substrate solution, 1 red-labeled dropper bottle of red stop solution, 20 unlabeled empty sample dropper bottles with tips, 3 foil pouches of PBS dry powder extraction solvent. Each pouch contains enough powder to prepare 1 liter of extraction solution. 1 wide-mouth bottle of wash buffer concentrate. A bottle contains enough concentrate to prepare 1 liter of wash buffer. 2 50-gram cups of extraction additive. Plastic scoop to measure extraction additive. Written test instructions. Not provided but also needed, a transfer pipetter, microwell holder, wash bottle, timer, high-speed blender with a 250 milliliter jar, scale, heat source capable of maintaining 60 degrees Celsius plus or minus 1 degree, a thermometer, 2 1-liter bottles, paper towel, distilled or deionized water, and a graduated cylinder. Remove the test kit from refrigeration and allow it to reach room temperature before use. This generally takes 20 to 30 minutes. Prepare the wash buffer by pouring the bottle of wash buffer concentrate into a 1-liter container. Rinse the concentrate bottle by filling it with distilled or deionized water and then pouring it into the 1-liter container. Next, fill the container with distilled or deionized water to the 1-liter mark. Mix by swirling or inverting. Transfer the wash buffer into a wash bottle. Prepare the PBS extraction solution by adding 1 packet of PBS to 1 liter distilled or deionized water. Swirl or invert to mix. Preheat PBS solution to 60 degrees Celsius. Obtain a representative sample and grind to a fine particle size. Weigh out 5 grams of sample into a blender jar. Add 1 level scoop of extraction additive. Add 125 milliliters of 60 degrees Celsius PBS. Blend at high speed for 2 minutes. Let sample settle and cool for 15 minutes. Using a transfer pipette, transfer 1 milliliter of supernatant to a sample dropper bottle and label the bottle. The sample is now ready for testing. Samples should be tested within 3 hours of extraction. Remove 1 well for each sample being tested, plus 1 well for the control. Mark the outside of the control well with a permanent marker. Mix reagent by swirling the dropper bottle prior to use. Add 3 drops of the yellow-labeled control bottle to the first well. Add 3 drops from the sample extract to the next wells. Note: only 5 samples and 1 control should be run at the same time. Mix the wells by sliding back and forth for 20 seconds. Incubate the wells for 10 minutes at room temperature. Shake out the contents of wells in the sink and rinse 5 times. Tap wells dry, making sure to remove any water droplets from the wells. Add 3 drops from the blue-labeled conjugate bottle to each well. Mix the wells for 20 seconds. Incubate the wells for 10 minutes at room temperature. Shake out the contents of the wells in sink and rinse 5 times. Tap wells dry. Add 3 drops from the green-labeled substrate bottle to each well. Mix the wells for 20 seconds. Incubate the wells for 10 minutes at room temperature. Add 3 drops from the red-labeled Red Stop dropper bottle to each well. Mix for 20 seconds. Visually compare the color of the sample well to the control well. If sample well has less blue color or more red color than the control well, the sample contains less than 5 ppm of peanut contamination. If the sample well has more blue color than the control well, the sample contains more than 5 ppm of peanut contamination. Read the wells in a microwell reader with a 650 nanometer filter. Select the Absorbance 650 NM program, number 31, on your StatFax 4700 reader. Select the number of wells testing and insert the wells in the top right position with control first. If the sample well has an optical density lower than the control well, the sample contains less than 5 ppm of peanut contamination. If the sample well has an OD higher than the control, the sample is positive of more than 5 ppm. If you have a question about your results, or any of the procedures demonstrated in this video, please contact your NEOGEN representative.